and welcome to the Scrapbooking Studio. My name is Tracy Walker, Creative Memories Advisor in Des Moines, Iowa, and welcome to another episode of Sketch Sunday. Today we're doing project recipe 35, which was the Coastal Shore collection, and that's what I'm going to use is parts from that because I do have just some bits and pieces, so we're going to do that. Use what we have, and I already have started cutting things out. We are going to use this beige as our base, so I'm going to set that aside. And then designer paper 1 is this blue, and the back side is got some shells on it and stuff. But that was cut out of the fish net border punch, and those were cut out. And then we have 3 4x6s for that. And then I didn't have enough to cut the circle, so we are going to cut the circle out of dark sea green using smallest custom cutting circle in the blue blade. And we'll make sure we get our little feet in there. And then just over it while we cut it around. And then voila, we've got that. And this is a really neat trick. What you can do is, if you want to cut a circle exactly in half, there's like this gap in between where the measurements are in the mat. There's like this gap, and you can just throw it in there, and then it cuts it exactly in half. And that's exactly what we needed for that paper. All right. Designer paper 2 is going to be this paper. So it's got, this is the other side. So it's got a 4x6, a 4x2, and a 4x4. We're going to put those aside. And then I still need another 4x6 and a 4x2. Okay, so if we do 2, and then we need a 4x6. This up and get our 6. And then we've got those cut, and we've got a scrap. And then the final paper is directional, so we need to look and see what we can do for that. Another scrap, put that over there. All right, so if we want, okay, so we want to cut it such that so this is going to be this way. We want the lines running this way. All right, so we've got a 4. I'm going to cut 4. And then I'm going to cut a 6. And then a 2. And I have it going the right way. I still ain't do it right. All right, we're just going to improvise. So we're going to have the 2 going this way and this way. All right, so when it's this way, it's like that. I struggle with that. All right, and then let's see here. And this one could be that one. So now I just need one running this way. I need a 4.5 by 6.5. So 4.5. And then we're going to do 6.5. All right, so we're good. And then I need 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, so I need 3.5. 3.5. So that works. And those are scraps. So we're lucky. So what I should have done is done the opposite way. I should have started cutting it this way for that instead of the way that I did. All right. Do I have anything else? No. All right. Put this together. I swear, I don't know why I have the direction challenge. I usually get it right, like if I'm just doing it, but of course when I get on camera, it's like, oh, yeah, my brain went out the window. And probably the time of night I'm doing this at. Okay, so let's just kind of dry fit this. I need to get my scissors and just trim this off. All right, so we got that on the side. And then we're going to need this. This. So that. I have to do a little more trimming. That one. Where's that? Oh, there it is. All right, so this one goes up here. This one goes in here. Right. That one's cut a little. That's fine. All right. Oops. All right, so we got these. And then that one's on the other page. Got this. And then our two 4x6 mats. And then we're going to use this instead. That's it, just like that. All right, so let's get some adhesive. Get my this out. Excellent, not reposition tape runner on there. All right, got one. Over there. All right. So I only have 1, 2. Match it on the outside line. And then this is going to go just right in here. And then probably about an inch down. All right. That. 4x6 pick. I have to get cut some more white pieces of paper for the photo placeholders I ran out of, and they are out of stock. The place card holders that they were selling, they sold out. All right, we got one side done. Let's switch, and we'll do the other side, which is same deal. This on the outside. All right, and then need one of those. One of these. And I guess I still need another 4x6. All right, let's get. Let's see if I do it by little timer, but Okay, so then this needs to be 6. This needs to be 4. All right. That, and then this. Which way is the ship? There we go. And that, and then looks like 3 by 3. All right. A 3 by 3. Oh, here it is. I am not going crazy. All right, and then this is going to be down here. Okay, let's get the and I always like using repositionable tape right now. So if I do make an error, which is often, then feel like it, then we can make those corrections easily. I'm just going to run adhesive only on the edge here so that I can tuck my photos behind this in here. And then we'll see what we have for stickers. Like I said, I had done another 2-page spread. Let's see, move this guy up. My nails don't let me do that. All right, there we go. Oh, nope, I want this one. I like having nice nails, but sometimes it makes it very hard to get things picked up. So that little spatula for a Cricut really, really helps. All right, let's see what we got left. All right, let's pull my bag. I have a couple of fun things that I've made. Life preservers. Let's pull the stickers. This is got merit cards. Ooh. Pull the ones that have sayings on them just in case I want to use one of them. One up there. All right. Just like that. All right. Here. Kind of like having that there, but we'll see. I'll have to trim that for sure. I might have more. We'll just one. And we have these. Okay. I actually have 2, but one smaller than the other. Okay, so here we do. That's right here. There we go. All right, so beach bullets. Oh wait. Okay, so beach bliss. It goes here like that. So what I'm gonna do is put some powder on it so it's not sticky, and then I'll make it easier for. And this is powder that Creme Memories does sell, so we can get that. All right. Like that. All right, so we have Beach Bliss, and then calls for one of these wooden things, and that's the last one I have, the bigger one I use. So we have this one. All right. This. And then it had the little red, this little guy. And we will, oops. Put some powder on him too. Right? Right. Maybe let's do this instead of the little life preserver. The little life preserver was made out of blue blade on small circle and red blade on medium circle. And you cut a hole like you're making a donut. And then you cut it out of red and then cut them up. So that works perfect. So I'm going to adhere this down. This is going to go here. And then we're going to foam square this guy. And I'm only going to foam square the one. So if I need to, I can put photos underneath it. Like I said, let's do that. And this guy can go right there. To adhesive back on him. Actually, this can go. All right, and then we have this little anchor guy can go down there now. Smaller one. All right. There we go. Like that. And then the one up here says hidden code. And that is, let's see. It just goes on like that. And then, oops. Oh, the stickers came off. Stick him right there. What else I got left? It wanted. I don't have any more. I just have to leave that like that because I don't have anything else that can go there for the moment. We'll see. We might be able to do that. Okay. So I want to trim only 1/4 of an inch. Let's do 1/8 on each side. All right. 8. This side won't matter. We'll do 1/4 on this side. And then we'll do an 8. So, right. Let's straighten it. Let's see how that turned out. A tiny bit more off the top. What I love is like just can take off like little micro bits of stuff. Right. It's perfect. Put that on there. All right, that off to the side for a minute. across those. Okay, let's get this side. Now this side calls for the lighthouse, which I don't have. But I do have Mr. Lobster. Put the lobster. Question is do I put this guy in here? The lobster. Let's get him unstick. De-stickified? I don't know. Is that even a word? Let's just get the stickiness off of him. And then we can lay things out. All right. We got this guy. And then Coastal Charm is what they use, but I've already used that. Seaburns. Lighthouse Love. Let's see. Maybe I'll do that one instead. It's okay. We can just put him in the rest of the stuff. Lighthouse Love. Then I'm trying to think. What else is there? I got a bird. We can go right there. That works. Let's put this here. Oh, I might do one other thing. Right, this here. We put this here. Put that guy like that. Yeah, I like that. I might move all this up a little bit to be closer to the bird so there's not such a big gap. All right, like that. Put some foam squares on this guy. You can tell I love my foam squares. Use them a lot. All right. Oops. So I want to stick to the. There we go. Get these off. And there. Trying to think. Or do I want to make a big seashell behind it? Kind of like that. Let this go back. No. Sure, put him where I can find him later. All right. Let's pull. So this is their version, and we did a little bit different just because based on the paper and the stickers that I had left. And like I said, I made these super. Try and move that. There we go. These little life preservers. Like I said, I used this blade. This cut out the center. We can do that really quick here. Let's find. And then we got. Right, here's my red. And then we got the white. Here we go. All right, so we got bright white and red. So first, to make these, we're going to. Let me find. Wait, the circle. Here it is. Okay. So we are going to cut the blue out first. Make sure I get those right in there. All right, so we're cutting the blue circle. And then we're going to take, and we're going to kind of just look over it. And sorry if my hand gets in the way. And then we'll take the red blade. It's like we're making a donut. And we have that. Not too bad. Now we'll take and do the same thing. So we're going to take the small one. And we're going to cut it a small circle out. We'll take the medium one, line it up again the best we can, and then cut again. All right. And one other thing that I also do is I take this and I'm going to cut a green circle. This kind of gives it an edge. So if the edges don't match up exactly right, then it gives you a really nice edge. And then I'm going to do one green, one red. This is the medium circle number 2. And it has, okay, we've got all the pieces. That's extra. So what we'll do is we're going to take this and we're going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to stack it up nicely. Put it back in there and cut it again in half. And then we've got the cut into fourths right now. And we're going to cut it one more time. Oh my gosh, it's like fighting me. All right, now we're going to stack them up one more time so they're in fourths. Then we're going to cut them into eighths. And don't worry if they're not exactly perfect. Cut them one more time. So now you take your circle and you're going to put 4 of these on here. So I just going to do 4 things of tape or adhesive. This side, I'll match it up on that side, and then this side, and then the last one. So this one didn't do too bad, but what's nice is if you take this little ring that I made and you just put it around the outside edge, it kind of gives it a little more finished. And then you realize, oh, this is sticking out, so you can just fussy cut it just ever so slightly to kind of make it look, get rid of the imperfections, and voila, you have a life preserver. This piece is a little bit off. This over. There we go. All right, and then you have a cute little life preserver, and then there's enough for a sec. I can make a second one. Or what you can do is take this leftover piece and just line it up. You just have to eyeball it. And then cut that. So you make another little donut. And then do the same thing. Now, what's kind of nice about this one, it is going to go over. So you just have to trim it. So try and get these lined up evenly. All right. So what I can do, see how even this matched up. There we go. Now we're just gonna just fold it at the end so it doesn't move. And then you're just gonna trim all the way around. And you can use the microchip scissors. I'm just using the all-purpose scissors. And then you have another life preserver, just a little bit smaller, like that one. And there we go. Super easy, cute to make, perfect for summer. You can make them bigger if you wanted to. Those are just the small ones. You can make them whatever size you want to. So now let's kind of just look back. Last, we have enough room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures. And for these, what you can do, let's say, oh, I got a 4x6, that's it. That's okay. You can do just something just like that. I don't have any more cards. Um, you could do that. I don't have any more 4x6 cards. I'll have to cut some, but this gives you an idea of it doesn't always have to. So if you didn't have something that fits there, it could fit just like this, and then you can have another 4x4. You could do some more of these. Do this. Have them off centered like that. And you can do the matching over here, just like that, and then have some 3.5x5s right there. And I don't have any more of those cards, but it gives you an idea of you don't always have to match whatever way it's going. I think it looks super cool like that. I like the 4x6 like this better. And then gives you some room. You can move it over, put some journaling in here, and that kind of stuff. So, well, thanks again for joining me. My name is Tracy Walker, Creative Memories Advisor from Des Moines, Iowa. If you want to join a group of women who love to scrapbook in the Des Moines metro area, I would love for you to join us. I will put the description below. My next event will be in August, and it's less than 10 spots remaining at this point. So if you're interested, click on the link below. Thanks for watching.